Hi guys, this is Sandy from Messy Paper Crafts, and as promised, here is the second part of what's in the box. And here is more Stamperia, as I promised, right? So the first video, that was only about the new line of the Stamperia Aviator collection, but they didn't just bring out this line, they also have You and Me. And as you can see, this is not steampunk. I would still say it's mixed media because they still have like different design elements, but it's a very classic and elegant look. So the colors, they're very subdued. So they're grayish and rosé and just very classical and elegant. And this comes in 8x8, but also in 12x12. Oops, this way around. So it gives you a great idea if you want to create maybe a scrapbooking page because you just got married, or if you want to create cards for people who just got engaged and will be married soon, or maybe you just like this classical elegant design and you don't even use these elements for a wedding. So let me open this up for you so you can see maybe if you can use it for something else, if you're not into weddings. So let me open this up for you. So here we have this left side again, the bonus sheets that you can just use for these different like tags. And they are all wedding related, I would say. It's mostly like save the date. And so the adventure begins, or true love stories never have endings. So it's kind of love and engagement orientated. But then the other elements, I mean, this could be for anything, right? So this doesn't have to be strictly just for a wedding. It could also be Mother's Day, or just a very elegant, subdued card, or maybe even for, like a grandma, or people who don't really like this more collage look. So I personally love the steampunk look. Therefore, the Sir Vagabond is everything I ever hoped for. But other people, they might not be into this look. And then we have these designs. So very elegant, very timeless, a little bit vintage and retro. Here we have the bride and groom again, but again, doesn't have to be used for it. Could be just the background here. Then we have these really nice little cards here, which is more again for the wedding. So it's a dress, like a bridesmaid dress, wedding invitation. Then we have this menu. But again, all these backgrounds, they're kind of like a worn wallpaper kind of look. So they could just work for anything. I just love it that Stamperia gives you these different paper looks. If you're not into steampunk, then you can have something that's a little bit more elegant. Or if you're not into this kind of look, then they also give you something more like a nature vibe, which I will show you in a second. So I just think it's great. It's something for anybody or everybody. So let's go through these things first that are still fitting to the You and Me collection. So here we have these wedding chipboards. So they're kind of like a die cut, but instead of like a huge bag of stuff, you get just very nice detail images here. So we have the dress, like an envelope, nice flowers, and so on. The shoes, cake, of course. So this is really nice. It all fits together. And we also have this really cool rice paper, which I think would just make like a stunning present. So I said it already before, I love to decorate trays. So I just use these like wooden trays, and then I paint them, and then I put the rice paper into the inside. And this way I make my own trays. It's kind of like a cool hobby, but it also would be like a nice gift if you have somebody who is engaged, and you need a gift for somebody that's a little bit more like homemade and special. I just think this is really nice paper to have to decorate. Would work for other stuff, of course, but that's kind of my thing. I just love to do trays for whatever reason. And then, as promised, we have a different design. Let me show you the big one here. Actually, I show you this first, because I kind of think it also would work for a wedding, which is these little doves. But they also would work for other stuff, of course, but it says "Love Together." So this would work well with the paper, and if you need an embellishment as well. And now I'll show you this one. So I have a bit of a a hard time describing this, because it's not as subdued as this one. Let's take the smaller one here. So this is very elegant, very gray and subdued and pinkish. So very, just classical chic. And this one is also very retro and subdued, but in a different way. So I have to show you this. Here we have these amazing vintage images. So again, kind of subdued, also with this little bit of a gray, but a whole different tonality, like with the flowers. So it has a little bit like a pop of boldness, while the other one was more like gray and classical. This still has a little bit of a spark to it, but very charming, very retro. Kind of like if you find something cool from your grandma in the attic, where you don't know, is it retro, is it bold? It's kind of all of it. So this really cool vintage wallpaper. It just looks amazing. I just love this design. It's so cool. Like these different, like, could be on an old novel or like an old book or something. I just think it's really stunning. So different, but yet so interesting to look at. Like very retro, but with a pop of color, so to speak. I hope that somehow describes this garden of promises. That's what that's called. And again, in 12 by 12 or 8 by 8. And then we also have the fitting rice paper once again, which I think looks really nice, very nostalgic and romantic. And also this one, which I think is also really nice. Has all these nice little graphics on it and little sayings. Do small things with great love. Or love planted a rose and the world turned sweet. I mean, this is just gorgeous. So pretty, just stunning. And then we have also these chipboard cuts once again. So yeah, a bit nostalgic, a bit bold, cool colors, really nice little phrases here or sentiments. Very nice to embellish all your projects. Or if you want even more, then we have these die cuts where you get a lot of these chipboards once again. And I thought this is a bit different. These are wooden shapes and fitting, of course, to the Garden of Promises, but again, just a little bit of a different look here. I just love these colors and this wooden, retro look. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? So cool. And also fitting to those, I thought, we have these Chipboard Sentiments, and they're actually from a theme by Stamperia called Passion, or Stamperia. I always say Stamperia. So these are not related to any of the paper that you've just seen, but I just thought from the color, they have the same kind of like brownish subdued look that they would fit to all of these papers that you just saw. So they would fit to the Sir Vagabond Aviator. They would also fit to the wedding ones, especially if you have something that fits like Be Passionate or From the Heart, Heart and Soul. Or they could also fit to the Garden of Promises ones where it's flower related. So I just thought this is a great sentiment chipboard to have that works for a lot of different projects. And last but not least, we have a few of the older Stamperia products here that I thought they're just so nice. I want them all the time in my range because they're just amazing for everything, really. One more time, we have something related for the Sir Vagabond, and that's an older stamp, but I just love it. It has this newspaper print, and it's just fantastic for mixed media. I made lots of projects with this. It's just awesome. So we have this as well to fit to any of the other styles of the Sir Vagabond. And also, this is also from the Sir Vagabond line. You have this really cool vintage typewriter. Actually, I have to take it out quickly because I think the stamp or the label in the front is a bit irritating. I mean, this is just so cool. Look at all the details here, all the different like texture and color and stains, and then this cool blueprint, I guess you call it, and then the typewriter. I mean, isn't this just so gorgeous? I mean, I would totally, I don't know, use it on all the projects and my trays because I love this paper a lot. It's just stunning. But again, you could also use it for a card or art journaling and so on. So cool. Then we have also these like luggage, I would say, like suitcases on top of each other, which I also think are so nice. Kind of maybe a cool gift for somebody who retires, or maybe a graduation, or where people travel and see the world, go and explore. So lots of different purposes here. And I just love this one. This is another one that's really nice for tray decoupage. It just looks so elegant, a really nice gift for, you know, somebody who loves the ocean or lighthouse. It has this great vintage look, just beautiful. And we have these two older lines of paper, but I just had to have them because once again, they have this great collage look and just beautiful elements. Here it's music. Here we have this stunning piano. Oops, I think I missed one page. It's just so gorgeous, this violin, like all these different elements here, all these collaged looks, the texture, the notes. I mean, this is so dreamy and romantic, and I love all these like stains again. I mean, it's very distressed. It's just so beautiful. I just want to keep this. I don't want to sell this. But it's all for you. It's all for sale. And this one is called Wonderland. And this is in the same way designed as this one. So I won't open this, but the idea is the same. You have all these collaged images. And here, instead of music, it's just more romantic. So you get this dragonfly, the unicorn, the fairies, and it's this very pastel, romantic look, Wonderland. And yeah, very, very nice. I mean, I just love these different elements. That's why Stamperia, one of my most favorite papers, I have to say. And I hope that you enjoyed this as well, seeing all these different projects. I hope I could give you some ideas on how you can use them for your own products or projects, whatever you plan on doing. As per usual, if you have any questions, then please let me know and just send me an email at sandy@messypapercrafts.com if you have questions, or if you like to see other products, or, you know, just want to see maybe more products, or if I can open anything else for you, then I'm happy to do so. And yeah, that's it for me today. Stay messy, stay crafty, and I see you next time.